All righty. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a stream going today. Um, yeah, I had yesterday. I I got home early, like I usually do on Friday. Had everything kind of like going. I was like, all right, I got all this stuff. I got stuff to show. I got some new things and got some good ideas. And it internet was down for probably I don't know 3 4 hours. So and that's very unusual, very unusual. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna lay out some random claim about how crappy my internet service is and why they're so bad. Um, there we go. Now, do we have audio? There we go. Sorry about that. Um, I I should be good. We should have audio. What happens is when I start messing around with OBS and I start like changing scenes around, I was actually testing out um I was testing out this camera right here. And I was goofing around because I want to find a repurpose for it because it has such a really good camera lens. And it's kind of like throwing away a good DSLR camera and just saying, I'm not going to use it for whatever. But I did find some good things that I could. Thank you. Thank you for the. I could what I usually do is check, but I can't tell when I switch scenes. So, for example, if I go from here, this is just a quick perspective change. With this is still Brio, okay, but I did have this connected for a little while. I goofed around with it on the Tuesday stream, which it actually has like I said, a really good image, but I can't control the image very much. There's no app connection. So what Kai keeps telling me is he's like, you need to just get a link. And I'm like, Kai always does this. He always freaking just nags me to the point of me finally just relenting. And it's usually something that's not very expensive because believe me, I could probably sell this camera and buy a link and both people would be happy. Um, but but yeah, it has just a killer lens. So this is the Leica lens, and this is why. Here, do I have the? Let me just double check here. I gotta do something really quick. I usually turn off. I usually have my autofocus. Oh, it is on. All right, so it should autofocus. Is it gonna autofocus? Come on. It's not. Come on. It's not doing a good job. I could do, like you can go like this and then focus it in right there. Yeah, so there is an example of why the Link would be a better camera than this one. And what I should do is just buy the Link and just post and just put it on this should be auto focusing. I don't know why it's not doing it. But anyway, it's just getting old. It's just, yeah, it doesn't want to focus on that. But it's probably, maybe it's because it's black. I don't know. But anyway, I've been doing a lot of just experimenting with some older tech, and these are really good still. So like I said, I'm using over here. If you want to look at some of the stuff that I'm gonna show you guys today or talk a little bit about, um, I want to definitely chat about. about this stuff right here. Of course, there's the Ace Pro, um, but this stuff right here. So I've been doing a lot now. You can see that my Action 5 isn't there. I do have an Action 5. You're like, you got a ton of cameras. Yeah, I use cameras. And obviously my Pocket 3 is there because I am not including the Pocket 3 is not included in this discussion. So, hey Frank, how you doing? Hey, good. We got a little hey, sometimes Saturday can be a good day and sometimes it can be a crappy day. But anyway, so I want to discuss. So if you're looking for action cameras, and if you're one of those people that or have one, and you're thinking like I did, I'm just like I kind of got conned into thinking that this was the only camera type, and of course they were leading in in lens, um, lens, you know, for action. Okay. And there's a lot of great things that they're doing. I mean, there's no question that people are very happy with the Action 5 when when you're in control of it. But when you lose control of the Action 5, when the Action 5 starts to control you, I know this is an Action 4. Okay. I understand. We got to understand what's going on here. Um, for example, for a really good photographer, for a really good videographer, they could use this. There's no question they would use it and probably kick my butt. But I am not that good. I I suffer from, wearing thick glasses basically. And sometimes it's difficult for me on the fly to get the best image. So I really rely on auto features. I need a good camera with good basic auto features. And this one probably will keep me out of most trouble if I just if I'm in good lighting and I put this one in its auto function, it's probably better than the Action 5. So I keep this around for drones, okay? Because they're so cheap, okay? These things are such a good value right now. They're under 200 bucks. And about I think you can get one for 199 or something like that. And this thing, don't let the price fool you. For 199, this thing is super good. It's got the front and rear facing, amazing touch screens. I mean, it's killer. So this thing will take care of you when you're filming. So there we go. So this thing is just absolutely out of the box amazing. So there's me, through the lens of that. But and it's clear as a bell. I know for you guys it looks like here, let's put it up on the main. Let's go up main here. And to me it's clear as a bell. I mean, there's no question that so you're seeing and we're seeing the same thing. This is freaking awesome. Okay. And there we go. There is the Brio. But this is a really great camera. There's no question about it. So, why have I been spending so much time hating on it? I haven't been hating on it. I've been very dissatisfied because I'll go out, I'll shoot something, and then I'll come back and I'm like, oh, it's dark. And then I can't really fix it the way I want to fix it. So I don't want to fix it. I don't want to spend time altering this footage. I want it to be perfect. And then I got the Action 5, and then I got the opposite problem. It was kind of overexposed. And every time okay, remember the Pocket 3 is not in this pile. And the reason is because the Pocket 3 is perfect. Okay. The Pocket 3 is most um my most used camera. So was the Pocket 2. And they are for vlogging, for going out and doing a video shoot for what I do for drones or whatever. Um, it's fantastic. So I didn't include it in this pile because we're not using them for the same reason. So what I use these for is when I do bikes, when I go out and do a bike, and some people actually just put their Pocket 3 on their, they have a mount for the Pocket 3. Maybe, I'll end up doing that, but I don't want to do that. I want a camera that will take care of all of it. This one actually I used on some of my bike adventures. Um, and I had to connect an external audio source. So I used my Rode mic with this thing. I actually used a couple of different mic systems with a lot of really good, a lot of really good results. I was very happy with that. I took this Insta360 camera with me when I went on vacation last summer, and this one, for what it is, I didn't have to do anything to it. I just turned it on. When I was when I was using it, I literally here. Let me just here. What am I doing? Okay, just don't touch anything. Don't touch any random. Okay. All right. So when I use this one, I literally just turn it on, bam, and then I just stuck it up in the air and I just used it. I didn't worry about settings. And when I got back from each day's adventure, the video would automatically be talking to my phone. So I plugged this in to charge it. Now this is internal storage. So I don't have to worry about SD cards or nothing. It's always ready to go. I love this thing. And then it's got the really, for most people, what DJI did was they decided to put on the front facing screen. Why don't you just use the same screen and use the same size screen for both front and back? That's what makes these cool. And I had so much fun with this. And then, of course, you can take this is my little cover. You take that off. You pop out, you pop out the little module. You can literally just attach it to anything. And it's just a lot of fun. This is like the most fun I ever had with a camera because it's relatively reasonably priced. I would say it's a little on the high range, but you get a lot for it. You can run it as a remote. You can run it in a remote setting. So like here, I've got this metal cage around it, but like I can set this camera up here and then I can just walk around and see what I'm filming using the remote module. So there's just a lot of really fun things. And the video quality coming out of it is adequate. Okay. 4 4K adequate and looking really good. So um, I really wanted to talk about this because this is probably going to be very inexpensive very soon. This thing it's running its course of in the Insta360 lineup, and it's the value of this is very high, and the price is going to come down. Now, how long they support it? They usually support these things with a lot of robust interest for probably 2 years. So almost all tech is about 2 year and 2 year cycles. Okay, so that's what I'm learning. Battery wise, never had to worry about it running out of battery. And if I did have an issue, it has a charge and there's some other little gadget gizmo. I would say the only thing that really kind of hamstrings this thing is its memory. I used it for 2 days. I got all of the video I wanted for 2 days, and then I changed over to the Pocket 3. I didn't use them both. I just used one or the other. And when I put them on my little, I did a little after trip video. Um, both of them were very good. I was just like, that's a fun video. And really, this one didn't detract from the quality of the entire trip, the memories and stuff like that. Um, but the Pocket 3, when I did get into low light areas, because it's a bigger camera. When I got into like inside of we were in Rome and I was inside the Sistine Chapel, okay, this big, huge, beautiful building. The video I got from that camera was by far some of the greatest video ever. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to come to the chat stream here in a second. I'm going to talk a little bit, but I'm just trying to talk to you about use case and why you would want to have a certain camera or not, and why I have decided that these guys, okay, are going to be my choice for a while. So at least until when it comes to action. So it's anything on a bike, anything I'm going to do if I'm going to strap it on me, it's going to be an Insta360 camera. Um, I'm not going to talk about this because it's kind of unfair. This one has its own positives and negatives. This is not out of the box, like if you're like if you're not like a super like tech wizard, and this camera is really good in certain ways, but you got to know how to use it. Most of us are not that way. We get on, we want to do something. We don't want to have to like be a pro at what this camera can do. And so there's a lot of I actually have a video that didn't put up yet. I might do it, but I use this camera for it, and the footage from it is really fun. It's really it's good because I used a really high compression, high bit rate. Then I used it ProRes and all that. I did the ProRes editing. So much work, so much work for a 1 hour hike, right? But on a bike for certain shots, you can see when I do an action shot on a bike, this is the camera I use. It gives me those angles I can't get with any other camera. Okay. So let's kind of pause that tirade for a second. And they all are connective to all of these. So this is my mic two. Um, this microphone here will connect to all those cameras with the exception of this one, which is another problem with this camera. You have to rely on its internal audio, which is really super good. So this thing has really super good internal audio. You get great, wind reduction and stuff like that. Okay, so like I said, this is what you buy this thing for. You want to just throw it in your pack, and it's teeny. If I take the selfie stick off of it and I just throw it in a bag, it's little. And then so all right. Okay, I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm actually just trying to get my introduction done because I want to give you an idea. Now, we are going to go to the Potensic atom today for sure. There's no question about that, too. But that's why I'm saying if I'm 20 minutes into the stream and I'm already still on cameras, but this thing is will connect to all those cameras, including the Action 4. So and then, of course, I got the mic minis, which I really prefer. I love the mic minis. I will use those before I'll use this because it's it doesn't hang on your shirt. This one's cool though. I mean, you can do everything you need. I'll just usually do this with the magnet. Now you've got, and which really works out well. Some people actually will put them up on their hat and stuff. I don't know if you can't magnetically put it on your hat, but some people do that. So it gets because this is actually a really good sound field. If you just put this magnet right here and you're just trying to record audio, it's really good. So you can clip it. You can do one of those, but you look like an absolute moron walking around. So it's not like that. So some people will indirectly connect it to different parts of their gear. So you could pull one of these off. So you know what I'm saying? You can see you look like an idiot, look like a moron walking around. But anyway, that's the beginning. Now I haven't talked about this thing yet because this thing kicks ass. So it's like I said, I just got it. There's a little bit of a sale going on right now. I think I paid 350 for this one. This is the Ace Pro 2. I didn't go get the Ace Pro, which is way cheaper. And the Ace Pro has the same lens that this one has. So if you're saying, well, why don't you buy an Ace Pro and hook it up as a webcam? Well, it's stupid because the same lens or a similar lens is already in the Link system. So just buy the Link, which is made for, for doing this kind of work. So anyway, so that is we'll look at that in just a second. But you can see that there's a wide variety of things in this one. Like I told you, out of the box, I want something to do it all. So if you look at the flip up screen, it's got that. It's got front facing data, which is all I want. Hey, tell me if the camera's on and if it's running. Okay. I mean, that is sweet. And if you want to see it up next to the, size wise. Now this has a cage on it protecting it. Now, waterproofness. One is waterproof and one is not. But it's not so if you take both these cameras, they're actually not too much different. For some reason, somebody made this thing look massive. So when all the videos came out about it, they're like, "That's a huge camera, so much bigger." No, it's not really. It's not. It is an action camera. Okay, the screen's bigger. So that was something when I first got it, I'm like, hey, that's small. This thing's completely waterproof, like 12 meters or something like that, which is really deep. Okay. This one's waterproof, but it's only waterproof if you take the module out. This little tiny module is waterproof. So you can't bring the whole thing in water. So that's about the only thing that this thing's all weather. I'm just telling you, freaking this is now so far the king. And so far, I have, like I said, when I'm gonna do a couple videos and I want to record them with this camera as my vlog camera with either the mic 2 connected to it or I'm going to use the mic mini. So probably the minis is what I'm thinking. All right. But with this, I can pull one of these off. I don't know if you've ever seen, just going to move this in here. Right there. You see how that mic can basically just, now you have a complete vlogging setup that's wireless, no wires. And if you want to, you can run a wire to keep it charged. But a mic mini will also fit down there. You see what I'm saying? Everything is now compact, and you can put it away. So that's in is so far with just the fun tests that I've done with this. I haven't done any videos on it. Um, so far so good. I My biggest thing is my face going to be completely orange? You know, one of the problems is this magenta, this pink color that's coming out of a lot of the high definition cameras, the especially the HDR cameras. This one's HDR a lot of the time. So what does it do with skin tones? And I think there's actually a setting in here to adjust that, to smooth it out, to make it less like to make it not be sharp, and then make the color right, you know. And I've seen some really good. Tamara Gabriel, if you ever seen her on her show, let me give you. If you want to learn about cameras, that lady. She's freaking. Her and Zdenka are amazing. So let me see if I can find Tamara Gabriel, and I'll just so you can check out her channel. Okay, let's go to Tamara Gabriel. Let's go. I don't think she's done the Action 5 in the pockets. She has probably a deal with them. I've never seen her do the Ace cameras. So let me just show you who she is really quick. I'm just gonna give you just a quick. This is her. So all right. So this is Tamara Gabriel's channel, and she does all kinds of really cool stuff. But she's like the queen. Oh my board! This guy's good too, by the way. This computer guy, I freaking like this guy too. Um, but anyways, this she's the queen of action. All right. So if you want to know her channel, and you want to watch some of her stuff, I'm going to copy and paste that into the chat. So that's Tamara Gables. So there's, like I said, there's a couple of people. I better have her on my. She should be on my favorites list for sure. But I've learned so much stuff from her. Um, and she does really good shorts. So all right, okay. Now that I've ignored you guys for all this time, I want to just go down through some of the things that you guys were talking about. Um, see, talking about, let's see, RC2 questions. I have never had a problem, guys, with an RC2 yet. Um, Here, let me see if I can put that up with you guys. Let me just go to main here, see if I can get my chat on there. Give me a second. Let me get the chat on my up with you guys. I wished it would just like find it, but it doesn't. I have to literally go to my web page here and okay, here we go there. Let's find that. Let's get that on there. Like I said, I just want to get my chat up with you guys so you can see it. Let's go live chat. I just need to pop out. Wish it would just copy the URL. Let's copy that. I just got to put it in here and then hit OK. And we should be getting the chat through in just a second here. There we go. Um, with the new set here, let's put it over in that back corner. There we go. Okay. So, 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 yeah, I haven't had any problems with my uh, controller. I've been very lucky with all my DJI gear. I haven't had a broken drone. I haven't had a crash of any significance. I've crashed them, but not of any significance where something had to be fixed. I mean, like, well, Dad Random, why don't you don't have your drones very long? Yeah, I don't. I don't. That's actually a good thing. I don't have them long enough to break them. Uh, but yeah, warranties. I've heard some good things about warranties, meaning that DJI's covered things for people, even outside of the warranty, just to say, you buy a lot of gear, so no problem. Okay. Oh, Action threes. The Action 3 got hated on for so long because of some issues with the lens being a little bit blurred. But you can fix that with an external lens, like a $60 thing that literally can make your camera work, forever. So, like this one right here, you can just go get the aftermarket lens things or lens filters, and you get them, whatever if you want NDs, which I almost need to always have an ND filter where I'm at, and I like if you looked at the Potensic video, I was fighting with the sun. I do have an ND filter for my Pocket 3 that I didn't have on, but I was getting just blasted. And so in the camera for the Potensic Atom 2, really struggles when you get like just that crazy amount of light. You guys aren't used to the sun that I got to get that used to. Complete blue sky with absolutely just you know overwhelming sun. So you need to have filters for that. Let's see here. Let's see, Josh, how you doing, Josh? Um, yeah, I hope you watch some of those channels. That Terry Warfield, I like him. Um, And I don't, guys, I don't pick out people because of any kind of issue other than they're really good at helping me understand it. So, um, like I said, was Zdenka Jarula? She's freaking really good. I really like her. And there's other people. For other cameras, I watch Gerald Undone. I watch him. If I'm ever going to go into the real camera world, it's probably going to be because of like Terry or Gerald, one of those guys. There's others too, on my list. So let's see. Let's see. Yeah, okay. I never mistreated or dropped my RC2. Yeah, lucky. Sometimes it happens. Interesting enough, the question I get a lot of actually here, I'm going to do an experiment just for you guys. Okay, this is just for you guys right now. All right, I think you'll appreciate this experiment. The question I get the most. Okay, let's skip over from the action. The well, let's not skip over quite yet. I want to make sure that we take care of this completely. But the reason I bought this is because I'm curious. I'm like, is this going to be easier for a person like me to just flip it on, hit play, normal mode? What's the image look like? Is it something I'm going to like? Okay, that is really my goal with this camera. And if it is, I'm going to promote the crap out of it because most people are just like that, and we need simplicity. Okay. Okay, this is the now. I wish that we would get a universal mounting system, which they will never do. But I really like the clip-on, clip-off mounting system. And what really is frustrating is that this camera has a different mounting system Same company, stupid. Okay. Then this camera. Why? Why are they different? It makes zero sense for them and it makes zero sense for anybody using it. I would buy 100 of these things if they were all the same. Okay. But you can get aftermarket ones that, you can flip. You just gotta, figure out the idiosyncrasies. And well, this, of course, this older camera has none. But I can buy an aftermarket part for this one. Um, this is actually one right here that will allow for it to be modified. Okay. So you can buy, this is Vrig. So for like this Vrig um, adapter, it will connect on. So this is made for this camera. Bam. Okay, now I've got the long selfie stick. Okay. And of course I don't have the, the tilt mount on this one yet. This is just to show as an example that this, because this will be on something else. I'm not going to put it on this selfie stuff. Actually, you know what this really works good for? For mounting this big puppy. Okay. And that's kind of why I bought it. So right here now we've got the, way out there kind of, and a lot of fun. This thing, like I said, if you're good at, if you're techie and you want to freaking get that freaking awesome shot, I mean, it's killer. This is the mode right here where I can go 16 by 9 or 9 by 16. So it's in a 4 by 3 format. Okay, you can see that, and you can do both types of videos, and it's 360. So yeah, so it's now this is actually 4K 30. This is only set up for forward facing right now. So this is just a regular vlog camera with me right now. So if I was just vlogging, okay, just like this, um, and it's the quality is so good, and then I can ProRes the video. But yes, but this, that's the mount for that. And but you have to be a techie with this. If you're not a techie, don't even go near this thing. If you're not willing to learn and go through the steps to edit, you can edit everything on your phone or on a mobile device, and it connects really well to everything. Um, so, all right, let's switch over. Where we're at? We're at about 37 minutes into the stream. Um, before we switch over completely, okay. Once again, the goal of this camera is to determine whether it is dad random usable. Okay. And I am, like I said, I'm good at some things. I'm not very polished at a lot of things. Okay. And I need to know, okay, whether I can use this or not. One of the things that really sucks about this model is they did not put the mounting, because we have doors on either side. So you have to buy this $50 freaking L bracket to go vertical, but you don't. Watch this. So instead of buying that $50 L bracket, buy one of these for a lot cheaper. Get one of these Ulanzi pods right here, and then do this. Watch this. This is how simple this is. So say I'm doing a vlog and I want to go vertical format. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen up the side here. I'm going to twist it. I'm going to flip it sideways. There you go. Okay. Pull out the pull out the screen. Bam. Now I'm vertical right there. So now I'm vlogging vertical, and I can still put my mic on here. So that's your workaround. And this gives me vertical content. I can shoot, like this. So I can go and shoot either direction by just flipping it around. Once again, I got my stand for vertical content, and I also can go up in vertical with this. So that's kind of my workaround with not having the L bracket, but it isn't well balanced, as you can see. So that's kind of one of the drawbacks to this little workaround, which does work. I've seen people, set it up that way. But normally you're going like this, or you can go in what they call free frame mode. Same thing as that other camera. So I go and I turn it on. Go ahead and get this thing on here. All right, and then let me put it in free frame mode. I'll show you that. So there's a setting in here, okay? It's called free frame. I'll show you what it looks like. I'm gonna go and click on it here, and there it is. That's free frame mode right there. You see how it's turned the screen into a 4:3 clip out now? So now I can just go regular vlog, and I don't have to change the camera whatsoever. And it will go, and I can set it for face priority, so it'll make sure that my face is in focus and it's good. So it's just to me, it's I guys, I've only had this for a couple of one day, yesterday. I got it yesterday. So just just cool. Just very excited about that. All right, so leave it at that. Um, because I don't know enough about it to say, hey, the colors are awesome. Okay. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on to Potensic. Okay. All right, and then I want to show you the work the my I want to show you my um yes, you can Frank, you can ask an off-topic question. Any of them. Go ahead and ask. Well, I'm gonna go grab something. I'm just gonna go in this closet here and I want to try something that you might be interested in. All right. So put your question up, Frank. All right. Has Frank got his question up yet? Or is he waffling? Let's shut up all these cameras here. Got 100 remote controls now too, with all the freaking goofy lighting things they've done. All right, so let's get this. So one thing about this is the bag is bigger than the other atoms, but the controller is bigger. The this is the Fly More system, so it's got that big bay of batteries. Big bay of batteries. Let's see. VCO. VCO. Oh, the copter. We'll go check out, I'll check that in a second. Okay. Give me a second. This won't take very long. Okay. Like I said, I don't know enough about this either to give it its complete. I just want to show you something that I'm interested in. Okay. Let's make sure now it has to do with the controller. Okay. This controller rocks. It's a little heavy though. A lot of people are going to say, I don't like the weight of this, but this is meant to be lanyard. So you probably should have a lanyard when you've got this controller. It's got big old freaking quarter inch posts in there. You could easily just hang this on your shirt, which is probably what I'm going to have to do. Okay. But I'm going to come back to that V copter question. Just give me a second. But this is one thing that I want to see if it's possible, and it has to do with tablets. Okay, putting a tablet on. Now, this is my tablet adapter, all right? And I should have a cable in here. Yes, I do. This one does work with the Potensic because I've used it before, okay? It was an old one, but we'll see if this tablet adapter still works. But the question would be, can I connect this up to a tablet? And I would rather use a tablet. Um, and let's just see if this adapter fits it. So I'm thinking it does. So this is one of those little um, inexpensive um, tablet holders. Okay, it's completely plastic. It was really well designed. This is the one that flips up. I've seen it made out of metal too. Okay, so there you go. And then you've got this little doohickey right here put on there. I'm just because I think that if you're going to fly some people with glasses like me that like a big old screen and you like to get the best quality video um, out of it, and you want to do a lot of tinkering with the video settings, and your phone is, if you're not sitting with an S25 or something like I'm not. Okay, so this here should fit in the phone bay. All right, and let's see if it's snug enough though. The problem is it's snug. Okay, so we've got this and we've got this. Oh yeah, it does fit. It does fit, guys. Oh yeah, there will be a video with the yeah, there it is right there. Bam. This thing will have, I just got to change this cable out, which I have right here. And we will fly with the tablet with the Potensic Atom 2. And yes, I will put the link in the description for you guys. Okay. Um, camera is really not good. The original flies. Yeah, we'll talk about the camera in a little bit. Okay. There is always a trade off with low cost tech. Okay. Is that trade off too big for us camera geeks? Okay. I am a camera geek. I think some of you guys are camera geeks as well. But yeah, so we can get our phone in here. We can also put our large phone. So if you have a big phone and you like to just get it up off of the bay, first of all, this is made for the phone to be in. So, um, but say you're just trying to get a better angle, like you're holding it, you want to hold it down and get a better angle, so your phone is maybe out of the sun. Um, seeing if this is pretty solid in there. Okay, and let's see. Let's say this was a tablet, and let me just fit it in there. Yeah, the cable's too short. The cable that it comes with is too short. So this would be your tablet. I do have a tablet downstairs. I'm not going to leave you guys for that. But so this would be my tablet setup, and it's in there. It's in there good enough. And you can, like I said, you can. I don't know. We could probably finagle a brace or something. I don't know. But so this is definitely tablet doable with this very inexpensive, very useful bracket. This bracket is probably one of the best. And this is what I fly the mini with the mini tablet with. So this thing will take a mini tablet. I'm due to get my phone updated, but I don't think the update of my phone is going to solve my sun issue. So so anyway, yeah, that's successful. Here, let's get the cable out. Let's get the aftermarket cable. So this one, I won't, like I said, I won't know until I use the cable, but I do believe, does it fit in there? Yep, fits in the hole. So aftermarket, and then here's the length of this cable. So this one's plenty long to get into my tablet. So if you want to fly tablet with the Atom 2, that's probably my next flight. And I'll show you guys this and find some versions of it that are for sale still. But I keep this thing handy just so I can fly with the tablet. So all right, that's cool. All right, let's see here. Yeah, the new controller. Okay, let's talk about the camera really quick. Okay, all right. I had a lot of problems with the with the three axis gimbal camera. Okay, I don't think they didn't update the original camera, and then they just put a three axis gimbal on it. But the thing that Potensic is doing is they are continually making the system better. And to me, the big thing that tells me that Potensic is the way to go, and gives us an opportunity to have an option that is not DJI, is this controller. DJI has not done anything like this with their controller. This has got two customizable buttons. You can customize both wheels. Um, there's so many things you can do with this controller that you can't do with the DJI controller. Obviously, you'd have to get the RC, the RC2 with the C buttons down below. This you can't put a tablet on that thing. And I'm thinking that DJI is going to, with their new RC version, the one that we're seeing with the tablet on it, this expensive freaking tablet module. Let me tell you something. If they make that tablet module reasonably priced, maybe put 1,000 nit screen on that thing, you've got me. Okay. But this is allows me to put whatever I can put a very inexpensive Android based controller on here, and our uh, uh, tablet with a really good screen, with a much better screen, and one that will take the sun. So anyway, cool. It works, still works, man. Old tech, it's not always brand new, you know. All right. Hey Frank, let's talk about let's hey, anything else as far as the camera, it's too early for me to really tell. Right now I'm concentrating on all of the flying features because it is so like packed with things that you can do. If you're a person that likes cameras, you got all kinds of camera settings. My only problem was my white balance. And when it went into auto white balance, it went down to 38 Kelvin. I mean, that was its auto setting, 38. I mean, that's so freaking blue, it's sickening, right? So, I mean, immediately when I moved it up to 52, but why shouldn't the auto function? I guess I'd have to turn the camera down to the ground. Why shouldn't it be a more, why wouldn't it default to 50, or 5,000 Kelvin? That is like the freaking holy grail of white balance. I don't know why it doesn't do that. So if you're listening to me, Potensic, how hard would that be? Have it to default? I'm sure there's a reason that they have that. The other thing is we need ND filters for that camera. Um, I noticed this right away when I was flying the Autel Mini. That the when I got an ND filter for the Autel Mini, it took care of what glare problems, and it also took care of my white balance problems because I could lock it in a little bit better. So um, yeah, oh yeah, and I think Josh, I'm glad that you're positive about it because I am a DJI pumper. You know me, I love DJI, and I'm sick of not having competition. Okay, and to have another Chinese company that's not being freaking just bomb blasted with negativity. Um, it's nice. It gives us an option to explore a new platform. Um, I'd say the other thing that's really hot with this drone is these freaking beefy batteries that keep us under the weight limit, but give us a lot of flight time. And then this thing charges your all of your batteries because it's a 60-watt charger. It charges them like instantly. I mean, I can put all my batteries in here and it just blows them all up. There's a big difference. And this is a really nice charger. They put time and effort into making this not tinny and crappy. Same thing with the controller. So right now, I would say for development, Tenzic is now on the emerging category of really good companies. I really think that these guys hit it with the first Atom. They got my attention with the first Atom. I couldn't believe it that it was an EIS drone that gave that good a quality of image. This one is really good too. And that half-inch sensor, but it's really hard to control, especially when you got HDR. I think before Potensic wants to, mess around too much with HDR, is they should get control of their regular light functions. Just get it dialed in your auto setting. Just get it perfect. Get it like just maybe a little brighter because most people prefer a little bit brighter image and get that auto setting to just freaking lock in its ISO and its frame rate to what most people use. Just get that thing to just lock in, and you're going to have a lot different attitudes with the flyers. So let's see. Yeah, and I good. Another good statement is okay. A lot of people are going to possibly bag on the design, but what do we really want? We want a really good camera on a good stable platform. If your design is already good, why are you going to freaking totally mess with it and create some funky new folding configuration when you don't need to? And then you can throw money into controller design. I guarantee Potensic has got a new drone design coming. They are definitely going to look at that, but it is not priority. They prioritized really good things. And this is really a good setup. For $440, a Flymore combo with a half-inch camera, that you have control of the camera. I'm very happy about it. Okay. It's what we needed, and there's so many other companies that I'm not even going to say the names of that I do work with. and they're not doing what these guys are doing. They're not creating a better mousetrap. I mean, this right here, this patch antenna is so much better than what was on there. It was you're fumbling with antennas and they were going different direction. This one is simple. And if you hold this thing, if I let anybody hold this controller and then I say, here, this is your new low cost sub 250 controller for Potensic, you would go, no way, this is not from a toy drone company. And I'm like, no, because they're slowly emerging outside of that as not a toy drone company. When you start making really good cinema quality cameras, which they're not there yet, okay, this is not an Air 3S, okay. The Air 3S, wait, you saw the video I put up on the Air 3S. I use that for my thumbnails. It's so awesome. That Air 3S footage is absolutely it's cinematic quality. It is beautiful. So these guys are on the way, and that's why we got to be positive. We can't hate on them. We can't say, "Hey, you're a total disaster," because they're not. And then you get this little puppy, throw a tablet on that, and we'll see. We'll see what I can do. If I can get that image dialed in, which is my goal right now, it's because the flying, this thing flies great. I'm not gonna say anything about it flying because it's a waste of time. It flies amazing. I don't need to discuss its flying characteristics because they freaking got it right. I mean, I can control this drone and get great shots and with right out of the box. I didn't have to do anything fancy. Okay. But in this great? That is freaking whoever designed this, man, you're a genius. But right there, bam. And then we got our aftermarket cable, which I already put in here. So we're gonna bring this and we're gonna bring the tablet. I'm gonna bring my Apple, my Mini 5 tablet, and we're gonna do some flying with that. And get this thing in the air, you know. But yeah, just a lot of great stuff happening. I think Potensic is, and yet that they did provide this to me, but they want to. They want people that know something about quality to say something. Hey, this is really good stuff. We haven't seen this before, you know. We haven't seen this as good as this. Um, so very happy. If you know spend some money on this drone, you will be very, very happy. This is not something you have to compromise on. Put this in there. Told you my next flight. It's gonna happen. I think I have a pouch back here where I can put my tablet in too. I think, maybe not. So yeah, sometimes you know you can't. More likely, guys, I'll be flying with a phone most of the time. I have to, but I don't want to. I want a big old screen, you know. But this thing is ready for to rock. Um, and you know, don't spend money on stuff you don't need to fix at this point in time. You need to fix a lot of other things. Right now, function overlooks. I think that's kind of what Autel did for a while, and Autel just said, okay, just gonna make a Mavic-like drone. We're gonna stick a really good camera system on it, make a really good. I mean, what do you fly with? You don't fly with the drone in your hand. You fly with the controller. The controller is what you see every minute of your flight. This is what you interact with, and what you interact with when in your flight is going to affect how the flight goes. That's why people prefer to have their own, FPV controllers. They like a certain feel. They want the gimbals to be right. They want it to be spaced correctly. You know, it's everything. They want the transmission to be something they can count on. So, all right. I think I did my rambling in an hour. We got it done, guys. We got a lot of great stuff going on. Guys, you can pick up an Action 4. I'm not beating on this thing one bit. You can pick up an Action 4 remember what the Action 1 was like? The Action 1 was freaking built so good. This thing is way better than that. And the quality of this image is still really amazing. So if you are a budget buyer and you want to get the best camera for the lowest price, this is in that ballpark. I would also, guys, you know what? Once I get this Ace Pro stuff taken care of, once I start getting into the Ace Pro discussion, um, when I start to really get a chance to use this thing, we might have to change that entire thing because there's an Ace Pro, not an Ace Pro 2 that's out there that is getting. I mean, if you want to, if you believe Captain Drone's pretty practical. He does a lot of work. He's got a lot of followers, but he's very practical in his in what he uses. He's got expensive cameras that he uses for shooting, and he's got a bunch of these. And I'm like, okay, if Captain Drone can use these things, and if for his first channel, he's got them as hat, he's got one sitting on the ground, um, then I'm going to take a shot with it because this thing is Leica. This is a lens company that is well known, and it is uh, a leader in lens quality. And they are now putting them in action cameras. So, yeah, Tamara, she when she looks at the action, when she she's probably really super familiar with the Action 4, but the color, okay, if if you like more muted color tones, the Action 4 has it right in its manual settings. I actually have used I think I did one vlog with this, where I just took it out and set it up instead of my Pocket 3. My Pocket 3 is, guys, I can't go wrong with it. I count on that thing on my channel. But I did set up my Action 4. I was just going to have fun. I set both of them up side by side, and then I did Action 4, and Action 4 was really good. I had it connected to my mic too. I did all the recording through the Action, and then of course I set up the. I think that day I might even had two mics on, but I had the Pocket 3 just in case, so I didn't totally just waste a day. And very happy. So this one's going out probably tomorrow morning, maybe later tonight. I still might fly tonight. I've got to do a review on I still haven't taken out my Neo with the master air screw props. So Neo's going out with master air screw props, and this is the camera I'm going to use, and this is the mic that I'm going to use with this camera, possibly, because this is my extra one. I bought it specifically to be extra for, oops, for this thing. So um, anyway, a little bit crazy today, but just really, really like simplicity. Just bring this, throw this in the car, make sure it's charged up, turn on the mic, turn on the camera, bam, you're hooked. Start vlogging, do my flying, then I can worry about flying, you know. So, but I like simplicity. I can do the same thing with this camera, same thing. So, for this is like I said, it's forgotten. This is the forgotten child of the action world, and it's got the same screens. I think the front screen's a little smaller than the Action 5, but my Action 5 is in New Zealand right now. So my daughter, I gave it to her, and I'm like, go shoot with this camera in New Zealand and fill up the memory card. So, all right, I think that's it. Hey, East Coast, how you doing, guys? Thank you for hanging out with me today. Um, I you know I I got a lot of crap sitting there in this pile over here. I have a lot of things going on, but I do have a bag set up right now for FPV. So we're going to use N3 goggles, controller 3, and the Neo with master air screw props. So it's a complete FPV flight. I want it to be FPV. I don't want it to be controller because most people want to know what the flight characteristics are going to be with the master air screw props. I just got done with flying with the Gem Fan 5-bladed props, and so far the Gem Fan props are the best upgrade at this point for the Neo. I did a really good long range test with it. Did a bunch of N3 flying with it, and it was really good. So, all right. I think we're done and we're on time. 4 minutes over. Anything else that we need to cover today? Um, Anything on your minds that you want to talk about real quick? Um, I really think we've got it all taken care of. I need to get this thing hooked up. I actually, you notice that my 3D printer's not in here. It's coming. I'm gonna get it back in here. So, cold generating station, that'd be cool. I need to get I don't, there's nothing old here to shoot. There's no old buildings. There is, but yeah, there is, but I don't, I could, I could go shoot the, 150-year-old Mormon temple, which is actually a pretty beautiful building. I have shot it before. Maybe I'll go out and maybe I'll shoot that one day. Just go out, go into town, do a little shot around. They got a new one too, a new Mormon temple here. Pretty big, really new, much different in design. So, all right, I think that's it. I think if you have not, please do hit the thumb if you have not. Just like Stream Elements just told you. I always appreciate that. Yeah, we're as close to Mars as you can possibly get here. You know, if you want me to share a picture of of this place, and yeah, we are Mars. That um now on my thumbnail, just to give you guys some reference, let me just go open I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you an image of the thumbnail from Adobe Express. Really a bright thumbnail. I had a very bright thumbnail today. Let's go to screen share here and we'll hit yeah. So that image right there, that picture. So if you get a chance to see it up close, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit on it. But that is a Potensic atom shot. Um, and it's been, I mean, it's been re-imaged. I moved it over, took a picture of it. So it's been a screenshot and stuff like that. So it's got good contrasting. You can see a lot. Now there's a little bit of trickery in there. The clouds. So that's not part of the image. Those clouds have been added. Um, but you can like if you go down into if you look at the inside of the if you're gonna like focus in on the cave, we get in there. Let's go to 200%. Okay. You start to see some pixelation in there. It's still not too bad. This is going through a 1080p stream. So for most of us who do drone work, once I get that thing, so if I get the ND filter right, assuming I can get an ND for that, or I get the manual adjustments, or I just get a better day to shoot with some clouds, because this was not a cloudy day. It's only cloudy because I did it with the program. So yeah, and sensor size is going to make a difference. I mean, a 1 inch sensor is the perfect sensor for a camera is, if you can control a 1 inch sensor, I mean, it's proved time and time again. Anytime, like, remember from if you want to go back to the Air 2S, Kai doesn't get rid of it because it's got such a good camera. That's a 1 inch sensor with 360-degree freaking obstacle avoidance. Um, I think it's 360, but you can't, it's very difficult to equal what that camera can do. It really, it's very difficult. Now I can do a quick, here, let me go do a quick switch over I think I've done this with you guys before. I'm going to go to the Air 3S footage. Let's go to videos. Say I got to go to my Air 3S video. I'll go to the one that I shot at my mom's house because that's, of course, the best image quality. The Flip has better image quality for sure. um, Here, let's just do that for fun. Let's look at the flip. Let's look at the flip. Here we go. The flip is a 1/1.3 inch camera. Okay, so we're just gonna. I just let this ad play out here. Ads on my own channel. There we go. Yeah, I want you to look at um, flip footage. Okay, this is flip, and that's 1080p, by the way. I'm going to jack it up to 4K so it gets completely. And this is where I go. I get you know, hey, if you look at the sky, okay, that's real sky. Now this day has got more muted sun, but that's actual footage from the flip. And the only thing that this thing struggles with is a little bit of lighting, high-low lighting, because I don't think it's locked in. But same location, the mysterious cave, of course. But that image is that's from the flip. So when you're that's what I'm trying to do with this Tensic Atom. The Atom 2 is I want to get as close to that as I can, which I think I can do. I think it can do it. I know I can get the camera settings right, and I do think that if I could add an ND to it. Now there's more than just plain old blue sky. Even this one is struggling right here with that, but it keeps the white balance from going into the blues in its auto setting. And I don't believe this is locked in. I don't I'm trying to see if I think I have the C button locked in on there, depending on the controller I used. But yeah. Anyway, and this, like I said, this is what I want to get the Potensic Atom. If we can get it to this, and if they throw a 1/1.3 inch sensor on it and get their lighting in control, boy, oh boy, we have a serious contender with DJI. Right now, they are doing amazing things, Potensic, and now we just got to get that camera right, and we'll be perfect. So, yeah, Air 2 Army. Here, let's see if I can find. You want to want to blow this image away? Let's do it. Let's blow that image away. I love to blow it away. Um, let's go to let's see if I can find my um let's go to my channel here. Let's go down to the king of all kings right here. This is the king of all kings. Let's go to the early part of that right here. That is the king of all king shots right there. The only thing that can shoot that, and guys, this is going through a bunch of filters and look at that freaking image. Oh my God. That's the Air 3, that's the Air 3S, man. You just can't beat that. Let's see, I got it in 4K, yeah. Um, um, so yeah, this is a war you're not gonna win with that. It's just a 1 inch. A 1 inch lens is just freaking just so powerful. It just the way it shows depth, um, it just has way more ability to just get the depth of field for an image. So yeah, so this is what every drone should be. If you're a photographer, this is the minimum standard right here for me. If you're you want to legitimately get images that are going to kill. Now, the four was it 50 megapixel shots that you can do, the stitch shots, those are good. I'm going to be playing with it. Okay. But it's coming from a much smaller half the light ability to collect information. So you can't compare the two, but I'm just saying this is what we're used to, we're used to this absolute stunning um, image quality. I mean, look at that. Look at that freaking depth. all the way out to freaking infinity, you know. All right, let's get out of there. Let's stay back on task and then finish it up. So anyway, Tenzik has given us a gift. It is a great gift, and we're gonna continue to, like I said, look at its strengths and how it can, the cost, the price point is amazing right now. The quality of your control system is amazing right now. You can rely on a lot of things and really get good images. So we just have to now, I have to be able to help present the ways to find the best image quality out of that thing. And maybe that's my next video. Maybe my next video is all about getting the most out of the Potensic Atom 2. How can you get the best, uh, just all around image for most case scenarios? And like I said, I just do think we need to have um, an ND filter. So I think one of the things that we're missing is we need some ND help to control the light. So, all right. Thank you guys. We do have positive vibes completely. And there's too many good things. This is what we've been waiting for. We were looking for a contender that actually is making huge steps forward in a new version. They have put out four versions of that drone: the LT, the SE, the mini 3 axis, and now this. I mean, that's a lot of work on that platform. And then the original Atom. I mean, if you have never flown this, go on the eBay and go find an original Atom. Put it up on and pay the lowest price possible, and then put it up, and you will go, whoa, not bad for a first generation, flight platform. So, all right, yep, and of course, more fun coming, more fun coming uh, for my little baby right here, my little vlogging baby. This could be my new trip camera. Might take this with me just for fun. I don't know. It's so much easier to take the Pocket 3, and the Pocket 3 is a no-brainer every time I take it out. So, but we'll see. This one could be a crossover between Pocket 3. I don't like the gimbal. Gimbals can't bring it into water. It's not a true action camera. It's an action camera. Pocket 3 is not. So it's a vlogging camera. It's an action camera. So action cameras are different than vlogging cameras. You want them small. You want them no brains, no necessary thinking. Turn it on, shoot the footage, take it off, edit it, put it on the computer. All right. All righty, guys. Have a good one. Let's see here. Is there anybody in the? I have no idea what's going on today. Maybe let me just check here for something. Another thing that I did. Just this is the last thing. This is a gift for you guys that stood around and hung out with me for this last amount of time. I am going all in with Mac. I know it's going to be disappointing to some of you guys. This computer that I'm using right now is not a Mac, nor is this going to do my live streaming. This is not going to be my live streaming computer. This is going to be my editing computer. And I need a better freaking mousetrap for editing. And that thing is not as good as this. So this is an M4 Mini, and I can take this thing anywhere. It weighs nothing. The battery lasts forever, and I can kill video of 8K quality. If I have to do 6K, 8K, 60 FPS, 4K, I need this. I don't have the right PC, and the PCs just right now, they just are not what the Mac is. And when I have to move files from my phone, it's so much easier. I don't have to, everything can be airdropped. There's just too many things that I could not do. Now, weakness, memory. I did buy a 256 gig memory, but I use these because I constantly switch them out. These are 2 terabyte drives. I just take these little tiny 2 terabyte SD drives, or inexpensive 2 terabyte. 2 terabytes like my perfect 2 to 4 terabytes is my perfect hard drive, and I just connect it up and I'm gone. Maybe in the future I might do a live stream because I can connect this right into my computer, one single cable. I can lightning, connect it. So um, Ryzen 9. I this one's got this is a Ryzen 7 that I'm using for my live stream, and it does great. This is a perfect live streaming laptop, and it's like it the PC version of OBS is really dependable, and it has it. I understand it really good, and it's mostly how it interacts with OBS. So anyway, the price of this thing was so cheap too. I mean, for a brand new first generation M4 chip, under $1,000, no brainer. At Mac is right now trying to fire sale these to get them out. So screen is amazing. I can connect it up to multiple monitors. So we're so anyway, it's just I needed some more stability with editing, and I have to pay for two different editors that run on both different platforms. I had to have two. I finally canceled my PC, and I'm like, I'm taking this. One trip I took the M1, my M1 Mac. I have an M1 that I was using as a test platform, and it was so nice to use the M1. And I was like, gosh, an M1, what's the M4 going to do? If the M1 was that good back then, same thing. I just connected it to an external hard drive, and then I just moved my files. And usually this is enough for that. So yeah, I'm all in for editing with Mac. I am no more PC edits. I'm done with that. I had to dive into one platform. I got sick of all of the crap I had to do. And first of all, the way I think. So, all right, I'm going to get out of here later. Have a good one. Have a great afternoon. We'll see you. Bye. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me.